Well done.
Very special and historic occasion for our school. The centenary of the 1916 Rising, displayed on the back here beside the beautiful portraits of the 7 signatories. We have the proclamation that was presented to the schools in 1966, okay, the 50th anniversary. I'd like to extend a special welcome to the members of the Defence Forces, to Sergeant Barry Sheehan and Private Katie Truby, who are based in Sarsfield Barracks in Limerick. I'm not going to go on, because time is limited. Padraig Pearse, on the 1st of May 1916, 2 days before he was executed, wrote a letter to his mother, because, and I suppose it's a thing we must bear in mind, like, I always thought of wars, revolutions, soldiers, military. 1916, the men and women, and indeed children involved in 1916, were mothers, there were fathers, there were brothers, there were sisters, there were sons, there were daughters, there were ordinary people. Okay? The people who were executed, there were 2 teachers, a tobacconist, a silk weaver. There were no generals, there were no sergeants, there were ordinary people who wanted to change the course of Irish history. In his cell, he wrote his letter to his mother, knowing that his final hours were coming. You must not grieve for all this. We have preserved Ireland's honour and our own. Our deeds of last week are the most splendid in Ireland's history. People will say hard things of us now, but we should be remembered by posterity and blessed by unborn generations. Pearse was often described as a visionary, and for him to see down to today and us the reverence and the respect we have for what these people achieved. Now, in remembering 1916, I suppose the signatories, the 7 signatories, are those who stand foremost in our mind. There were also 9 others who were executed for their part in the Rising, like Con Colbert, Sean Houston, Michael Mallon. So these people are not to be forgotten. Neither are the 200 plus, I think 260 civilians, men, women and children, who lost their lives while Dublin was being bombarded. Okay? So this is not about 7 signatories, this is a much bigger thing. What they have achieved is changed our lives, changed your lives. Okay? We must always remember their acts, their selflessness, and because most of these men knew going into the revolution, going into the 1916 Rising, they were going to lose their lives. Fathers left their children knowing this. It defies logic, I think, to have such a belief in what you were doing to be able to do this. I will now hand over to Sergeant Kelly and Private Katie Truby.
Thank you for that beautiful introduction. I think it's fair to say that's probably the best introduction we've had at any of the schools we've been to so far, and I would just especially like to thank the 3 Irish dancers. You were amazing. Okay, good morning. I'd especially like to welcome all of the school children present and their parents and teachers from Clare Castle National School. My name is Barry Sheehan. I am a non-commissioned officer in the rank of Sergeant in the Defence Forces and a proud citizen of Ireland. I'm honoured to be here with you today to present to you your national flag and a copy of the 1916 proclamation. In 2016, we celebrate one of the most important dates in our nation's history, the 1916 Rising, an event which marks the birth of our sovereign nation. We are one of the ancient peoples of Europe. We have a history, language and culture that go back over thousands of years. We are a nation that has taken people from abroad and sent its people to many foreign lands. Over the centuries, many large numbers of Celts, Vikings, Normans, Scots, Welsh, English and French have all settled in this country, all merging together to be called the Irish. In recent years, we have welcomed people from many foreign countries. In turn, these new Irish are now sharing with us their traditions and history. Our story is theirs, and theirs is ours. Millions of Irish have emigrated to America, England, Australia, Canada, Argentina, and many other places, and have contributed to, indeed shaped, their history. History is often said to be the greatest story ever told. Well, in our history, we have in our national flag and the 1916 proclamation two great stories. Firstly, our national flag is a symbol for peace and reconciliation on this island, symbolising the wish for harmony between the people of different backgrounds, traditions and beliefs in Ireland. The accompanying documents, which I'm asking yourselves, your teachers and parents to look at, tells a remarkable story and informs you on how to treat our national flag. This flag and what it represents belongs to each and every one of you. It is a story of peace and of pride. The other great story is the 1916 proclamation. It was signed by a remarkable group of individuals and poets, one born in Scotland and another in England. It is a story of hope, equality and vision. While it comes from 99 years ago, it is a document which carries with it many of the hopes and dreams of modern Ireland too. It is the foundation document of this state and your inheritance. However, while this was signed by 7 people 99 years ago, you, the students of Clare Castle National School, are going to write your own proclamation for Ireland for the next 100 years. Why? Because the future belongs to you. Remember the past, but look forward to the future. The 1916 Rising and its proclamation was and is for you. We are asking you to take up the story of the 1916 proclamation and to draft your own proclamation for the future. Let that proclamation be put up on the wall next to the 1916 proclamation next March, so that in future years, your story, your vision becomes part of the history of Ireland. The 1916 proclamation is a very important document. Anybody tell me how long ago the proclamation was written? 99 years ago. So next year, 2016, the proclamation will be 100 years old, and it was first read out outside the General Post Office, the GPO, by Commandant Pádraig H. Pearse on Easter Monday, 1916. Does anybody know who raised the first national flag? Oh, exciting. Anybody else? No. Go ahead. Okay. That little boy over there actually answered the question correctly, and he's the first person this week to get it right, so boola bus. The person who raised the first national flag was a man by the name of Thomas Francis Maher. Can we all say that? Thomas Francis Maher. And he brought the national flag, the tricolour, back from France in the year 1848. The first tricolour was made of French silk, and he raised that tricolour for the first time in Waterford City in the same year. Now, boys and girls, we come to the most important part of our visit here today. The flag is a very important symbol of our country, and it has to be treated with great care and respect. I'm going to ask you a few more questions about the flag. Do you think you're ready for a few more questions? Yeah. Okay, let's see. First question. Do you think it's okay to allow our flag to drag along the ground? No. It's not okay to leave our flag even so much as touch the ground. Do you think it's okay to write anything on the flag? No. Never write anything on the flag for any reason whatsoever, including writing the name of your sports club across the flag? No. Okay. Now, if we have to raise our flag alongside the flag of other nations, on Irish soil, do you think our flag is flown higher or lower than other countries? That's right. Our flag is the one that has always risen or flown the highest when flown alongside the flags of other nations on Irish soil. Now, if we have to put the flag up, what do we put it up on? A flagpole. Well done. Now, here's another one for you. We've risen the flag on the flagpole. Do you think it's okay to leave the flag flying overnight? Never leave the flag flying overnight. The only occasion it's okay to leave the flag flying overnight is if the flag has been floodlit. In other words, it's artificially lit. On all other occasions, the flag is taken down during the hours of darkness at sundown and put up again in the morning at sunrise. Now, boys and girls, I'm going to present Clare Castle National School with the 1916 proclamation and our national flag. Can I ask the recipients to please step forward? Before I hand over the flag and the proclamation, I want you all to remember a very important date for your school's calendar. I want you all to write this down after we leave here today. On the 15th of March next year, Proclamation Day, you, the students of Clare Castle National School, along with your parents and teachers, are going to come together as a school, and you're going to raise the flag I'm about to present you on your school's flagpole, and you're going to hoist it to the top of the pole. And then you are going to read out the 1916 proclamation. And then you will read out the proclamation that you will have written in your own words. But between now and then, I need to check that the proclamation and the flag will be safe with you. Do you promise to look after the 1916 proclamation and our national flag? Very good. Who said no? On behalf of our government, I present Clare Castle National School, the 1916 proclamation. On behalf of our government, I present Clare Castle National School and our national flag.
And declares its resolve to pursue the happiness and prosperity of the whole nation and all its parts, cherishing all the children of the nation equally and oblivious of all the differences carefully fostered by an alien government which are divided minority from the majority in the past.